Okay, before you send me your pictures, something you do need to do is figure out a thumbnail sketch, how you're going to arrange your composition. The composition is how things are arranged within the bounding edges of your media. Your media you're using paper, right? It's 9 by 12 and it's rectangular in shape. So your composition, how you're going to arrange your species, your ducks, your background, okay? So these are some of the ones that I've started. Okay, here's some of the pictures I have. I like this guy on the rock. Remember, we have to make sure that these are non-plagiarized. We're going to use several sources to come up with our images, okay? So this was one of the first ones I did. I thought, well, I like that guy on the rock right here. So I'm going to have him out checking out the females out on the water, you know, checking out the babes. So, but I want this, his hair's more slicked down like he's been in the water and it's wet, okay? So I like him poofy. I like the merganser. So I could use this body stance, but I could come back and get this head, the one off of this. Okay, does that make sense? Mm-hmm. So that I'm combining things and making it my own rather than copying this one image. Okay, so I tried, okay, I want him large up in the front. I gave him a mohawk. I mean, these are thumbnails. They don't have to be perfect. They're like drawing stick people, but stick ducks, but you know what I mean. Okay, and then I like the fish in the mouth of this female, but I like this female, but I'm going to change the way her head's going so that they're facing each other. You know, it's like they're looking at each other, checking each other out. Okay, so I could use this body. So here's this body. And then I like this head with the fish in the mouth. So here's that head with the fish in the mouth. And there's the fish. And then I could put another male further back. Okay, so see how I'm changing things around, finding different details. And then I started another one because I'm like, well, I don't really like that. Okay, it's okay, but it's not a great composition. So I made another rectangle. And I thought, well, let's try it. I like the fish in the mouth one. So, okay, let's try this fish in the mouth. But I know it's not hair, but I think of it as hair. I like her feathers better. So I'm going to use this head, put this beak on that body. Okay, and I'm going to use her colorations. So it's going to be lighter on the front. Use the colorations off of her, so it'll be lighter on the front. And then I'm going to put this guy on the rock here, but I'm going to change this head so that it's facing the other direction. They are seabirds. Like he's sitting on a rock, and then there's all this water behind him. So it's going to be like I'm sitting out in the ocean, I'm facing shore. So this would be my craggy rocks. You know how I've never been to the ocean, okay, I'll admit it. So I have to use pictures. So this is, you know, where I've seen pictures of where the sea is breaking upon these rocks at the shore line. Have you seen those pictures? Mm-hmm. Okay, so these would be like those rocks up at the shoreline, and then that's why there'd be rocks out here, and that's why you'd be sitting on a rock. It'd be closer to the shore, okay? So there I have that figured out. Do I like that? Well, maybe. I can also, I mean, I want you to make several of these, because obviously my first one wasn't my most successful. They're getting better as I work. It's like, oh, I see this. It works like that. Okay, and I have more pictures here on my computer, like, okay, there's the guy on the rock. I like the guy, you know, singing I talked about. I like him. I think maybe I should throw him in there somewhere, okay? So let's try one with him in there, because I have these all written down on my resource sheet already, okay? So that I can use them. So let's go, I like him. I think he is so cute. So we put his mouth down. He's happy, he's singing. How could I change him? Let's see. Maybe
you can put him on the rock.
Maybe he's going to be, I'll use this body and that head so that it's a different posturing. So he's looking over his back singing. You know, you're driving down the car, in the car and singing out the window. I don't know. So there he is singing. So I'm using this body, this head. Still like the fish idea, because they eat fish. See here, I'm starting to struggle. I can't figure out, well, how can I make this look right? Maybe I want one of these guys step back here. So I do like the idea of this guy cleaning himself. So I could use the body off of this guy but have him cleaning himself. So there's his wing. And he's going to be facing the opposite direction. And he's cleaning his feathers. Okay, but he would have to be smaller if he was back in space, right? So I'm finding out, well, that could work. And then I can just have this neat little water, and maybe there's a horizon line, and then it just goes into sky, or maybe it fades, and I don't see where the water and the sky meet. Okay, so those are thumbnails. I would like you to have 4 thumbnails, okay? So that it's non-plagiarized. Any questions?
And